sandstorm. I fought it, though I wanted everything to do with what you give to me. Loosening my grip as pulled you into me. When I let you go, it just pulled you closer. It's a long departure.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Justin Katz Fairchild, and alongside me I have the Rebel Fox on the desk, and today we are in the Rampage Premade week number 3. Today we've got the Screaming Sun Gaming versus the Risen meme team Eclipse. Let's get into the champion select and see what we've got up for us.
Yeah, it should be an interesting one. Both these teams have already been pretty competitive in the first 2 weeks. I believe Risen meme team is walking in 2-0, and Screaming Sun Gaming walking in 1-1. So we get to see a little bit of competition here. Vayne taking off forward and Cass taking off forward. Nice.
Yeah, a little bit of competition. If they do win this game, it will put them at an even score line. So a little bit of competition coming through. We're still in week number 3. Still got plenty more to go until those playoffs. That's going to be the Orianna ban here as well, denying some of that zone control we see out of Rosin. And maybe he's going to look for something along the lines of a Lissandra, a Galio, kind of just more zone control. And I flee from what we've seen. The side of Screaming Sun Gaming looks for more of a very aggressive top laner.
Yeah, his most played champion is that Elau. That's the one thing that you know. The other thing is that a lot of other damage champions kind of come out of him, at least from the solo queue perspective. So it's really weird to see these, like the bans come out from Risen are a lot more targeted. It's the Vayne, the Elau, the Ori. On the opposite side, there's a lot of mid lane bans. Look at that Swain, the Cassiopeia, and then the Urgot.
Yeah, and the Urgot, a great ban there as well. After being buffed recently, once again, this patch, he is so prevalent in the meta, and you can't let that first pick come through, and instead the first pick will be the Scion for the side of RMT Eclipse. Very strong first pick here, a lot of tankiness, and it doesn't show anything. You get that priority pick, and that's exactly what you want when you're going to this pick ban. Looks like it will be the Lissandra and the Sejuani getting locked in here for Screaming Sun Gaming.
Yeah, Sion's fallen a little down in terms of like straight priority in terms of first pick, but it's certainly still a good pick, and it's something that maybe Borden feels a little more comfortable is in this team setting. But they trade over Lissandra and Sejuani, both very, very good champions, especially that Lissandra out of the mid lane. Just too much damage CC right now.
Yeah, an interesting bottom lane here as well from RMT Eclipse. We're going to see the Caitlyn Bard, not a bot lane that has too much synergy. Usually with Caitlyn, you're kind of going for that full shoving lane, full poking lane. Granted, Bard can do a little bit of that, but it's not exactly what he's known for. With the Tempered Fate, though, there's still a lot of potential. You get a good Tempered Fate, you can follow it up with the Scion Unstoppable Onslaught, or Caitlyn just throwing down a few traps, getting those headshots, and thawing out the enemy.
Yeah, they don't particularly have great micro synergy, but something nice is that Caitlyn has long enough range and enough survivability in terms of her caliber net or 90 caliber net and the traps to be able to keep up in CSing if the Bard chooses to roam around for chimes or look to gank another lane. So that could be the potential of what we're looking for. I also know Bard is one of his preferred champions, so this bot lane could also be very high comfort in.
Indeed, definitely could be. Travis and /1 Andy down in the bottom lane there for RMT. Eclipse will be the Ashe locked in hero, kind of known as a Caitlyn soft counter. We've seen it a lot over the years. We haven't seen Ashe, though, recently too much, but will be picked this year. And I really do like the kind of Karma Ashe we've seen. It's got that poke, and it's got a lot of zone control, really, with the volley and with the Mantra Q. There's a lot of damage that bottom lane can dish out and try and trade right back to the bottom lane of RMT Eclipse. On the other side, though, we are seeing that Talia and Olaf pick.
Yeah, Talia and a Bard have a great ability to roam around the map and really get things done. So I kind of want to see this Risen meme team kind of adapt to that style and really get around the map and get all of their lanes going. On the other side, they have like what would be considered as kind of low damage. So yeah, something like this Nasus. I think that that's locked in. So the Nasus is going to secure a 4-1 for this composition, where the Nasus can be on his own, and then you have to get through tons of CC, Sejuani, Lissandra, Ashe, Karma, just to even engage on this 4-man composition on the bottom side. That's just such a difficult thing to have to work with.
Yeah, indeed it is. But you do have this Nasus style, and you have kind of the split push pressure. It's going to be into the Scion, so you're going to get a lot of free stacks coming out. It's not going to be too instrumental, though, later into this game, but we're definitely going to see how it comes out and how it turns into kind of a 4-1 split push. And if they have the wave clear for it, they definitely do with that Lissandra and Ashe.
Absolutely. And, talk more about this Nasus. Sion is a fantastic tank in the top lane, but there's very little kill pressure from the sustain that Nasus has with this Conqueror rune and the passive being up. So it's something that Olaf, Vey really has to look to try to put some pressure onto. Otherwise, they do risk this, 4-1 split push. Champions like this Yorick, this Nasus, can really just pop off and win an entire game themselves right now, just from this strategy. And this 4 from this comp, again, I can't stress enough how insanely good this 4 is. So much CC, so much survivability from these guys. So I want to see the adaptation and the proactivity from the side of Risen Meme Dream Team, or Team Eclipse. Yeah.
Yep, close enough. The Risen Meme Team. They're all memes here, down here in Rampage Premade. Anyways, we are going to be loaded into this game. Let's introduce both of these teams on the side of RMT Eclipse. We have Borden 23 on that sign up in the top lane. They on that Olaf in the middle, or in the jungle rather, Arch Terrorizer on that Slay mid lane, and Travis and /1 Andy on that Caitlyn and Bard in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and on the side of Screaming Sun Gaming, we have Daddy Soul in the top lane. We got Sabe in the jungle, Rosin in the mid lane, Avon Artinity in the bot lane, and Reese's Pieces at support.
And general starts, it's a 5-point all the way around. To let any pressure come out from either of these sides, and that's nice to see. We don't see anything special, so
yeah,
nothing really else to say about that one.
It's the tactical choice to start the game, but there's always that little piece of you that wants some action in the early game to see which team can kind of flex their muscles on the other. But this is the safest and best way to work around this kind of thing.
Yep, and maybe seeing those vision control, those pixel brushes being awarded, as you do have Rosin hovering around the area, but Arch Terrorizer chilling in that bush won't be able to kill the ward, but put down a little bit of extra damage. There's the Karma walking up, not able to get anything, and there's the Q that hits, but Caitlyn does get down the ward.
Yeah, very, very well done by Reese's Pieces. Camping in that bush is one of the easiest ways to get some stacks early, get some pressure, and some knowledge of, the kinds of things that the opposing bot lane wants to do. They're going to see them bot lane, so having that River Brush ward knows that Olaf is starting towards the top side. Although the Wolf start is something a little unique that we'll have to see what his plan is on this path.
Yeah, definitely not seeing the Wolf start too much, but probably going to work his way up towards the top side scuttle. You do have both of those wards there, though, for Screaming Sun Gaming, and that's excellent placement. They didn't even opt for it, or opt to try I can't get my words out. Opt to try even get their wards down in the bottom or top side for the side of RMT Eclipse, and that's going to bite them.
Absolutely. It's a frustrating thing to have to deal with in this early game, to not have that kind of vision control.
And a little bit of a lack of vision control. Both top laners hitting level 2, and Nasus continues to farm on up already, but a little while before he gets strong. He's only 7 CS and he got plenty more to go. Another nice stun from /1 Andy. He's hit a few of these so far and been able to poke out the bot lane of the Screaming Sun Gaming.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to see this kind of more poke back and forth between these two. Again, Bard can really take over some of these bot lanes if he gets really good stuns and uses this the Electrocute rune to an advantage. If he gets a little bit behind, his damage kind of falls off, and you can trade more towards an Enchanter type build. I'd like to see if /Andy can do that.
Yeah, we'll have to 100% see. Inspiration, though, being brought as that second tree, and you can see Travis that biscuit. Very common thing for ADC. It's a very safe option we're seeing from ADCs, and kind of just allows them to sustain the lane a little bit. But when you're playing this bot lane of Caitlyn Bard, kind of just Caitlyn in general, you want to try and have that push potential. They haven't been able to push into these plates just yet, though.
Yeah, Ash and Karma certainly have enough wave clear to at least respond.
And man, look at this up at the top lane. Borden beating on Daddy Soul. And hold on a second, Travis is getting chased down here, but Olaf has arrived. About what a wall. Look at Vey coming through. There's no escape because an axe is going to connect and he's going to secure the first blood. Reese's Piece is going to be the next target, but able to escape. But what a fantastic portal.
Yeah, really did a good job setting up that play. They didn't have any sort of vision in the river, so they had no idea Olaf was there. It was strange to me why they would look to take that fight in the first place, knowing that Bard has this Electrocute rune. Karma does pretty good damage, but it's just not enough in the early game, so I don't know why they engage on that to start with.
Oh, Daddy Soul, he might die here. Oh, really close. Having to blow that flash to stay alive, and Borden gonna have advantage over a flashless Nasus.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, he does have quite a few spells. These AoE spells for wave clear on the Scion does make it very difficult for anybody to kind of deal with it. It's not until this, first item and a half mark that the Nasus will really start to succeed in this lane, but he needs to get there first, and he's getting bullied out by Borden right now.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Another ability connecting. He's just smashing over top, and Borden's looking for the flash. You can see him pull that shield up. Gonna try and just explode right on top of him, but not able to get it off. Daddy Soul playing just a little bit too far back for comfort.
Yeah, well done by him. You see more action around the mid. Again, there's pretty decent CS leads accumulating in a couple of different plays. In the mid and jungle specifically, right now, 3 camps up is Vey. And on this Olaf pick, being that heavily in front of his Sejuani is huge because his ganks and his damage in the early game are something that are very dangerous for laners to have to deal with. And it also gives him very good scuttle control should he run into a duel.
Yeah, I mean, still plenty of time to readjust. But look at Caitlyn's items already. She's got a pickaxe. She didn't even get an assist or a kill out of that kill on Airvinity. And that's a pretty big lead because Ashe is only coming back with those boots.
Yeah, that's going to push this lane to a completely different level right now. Bard has plenty of damage, and now that Caitlyn has a massive advantage as well accrued. So it's
Oh, yeah, sorry, I almost thought it was coming there, but not able to connect with the stun and playing just a little bit back. Plaza gonna be able to sidestep away from Arch Terrors. You're right there, rather.
You're gonna see action. Fighting all around the place.
Still brawling it out in the top lane. We see the old wet noodle snack back and forth, and Daddy Soul still does have that ultimate. He is gonna look for it on top of has a live Vey is on the backside. He does not have flash, and he is going to go down, or is he? Might try and turn around, might have the life steal to get it. Staying alive for now, but the Scion going to be able to clean up Borden 23, securing himself his first kill up in the top lane, and Daddy Soul going to go down, lose a few stacks for that.
Yeah, Olaf, again, doing a very, very good job being exactly where he needs to on the map, putting himself in great positions. It's just been fantastic to see that kind of thing.
And also have to commend Borden for allowing that wave to shove back into him. Great wave manipulation to allow Vey to run right back behind him and secure himself another kill. But on the bottom side of the map, you have Sabe looking for that dragon. Most likely will secure it.
Yeah, free objective on the cross side of the map. It's pretty basic macro for anybody to have to deal with. Taking this dragon in the early game is super good. Action in the bot lane looks like.
Oh, look how low respecies is. Ignite goes down. I don't get enough damage. He's slowly going to tick away, but will survive. Just a little bit of life left. Sabe, oh, he's in trouble. Oh no, Vey's low. Who's going to get the smite? It will be Sabe. He's going to try and run away. He's got the blast cone to escape, trying to juke anyone. He goes right back into the pit. Vey, that's going to be your kill. Not handing it over to Travis, and Vey is 2-1.
Yeah, he's doing a good job around the entire game, but the Mountain Drake did go over to the side of SSG, so they have that at least.
And hold on, Airvinity is coming on in. Gonna take a lot of damage. There's the ultimate, and there's the... Oh, no, rather not the kill. He'll come. Save him alive.
Yeah. A good job, again, across the board. These lanes are doing exactly what they think they need them to do. And so Olaf taking advantage, top lane, at least surviving through this Nasus so far, doing a good job there. He has a slight advantage to take in that matchup. Right now, Lissandra's actually suffering to the Talia, and that's, not expected necessarily, but it certainly is something to note right now.
This definitely, and game does continue as they do siege down towards this bottom side.
You have Reese's Pieces here. He doesn't run a risk of potentially being died. Yeah, the Olaf gonna pop that
here
over.
Comes the Olaf. Reese's Pieces goes in. He flashes over the Q, gets himself another kill. This huge 3-0-1, but finally is going to be cleaned up. Secured himself another kill. Ashe picking up her first one so far. Rosin coming in on this backside, but not able to get anything. Arch Terrorizer still pushing in the mid lane.
Yeah, really good job there. They push in that bot lane to try to get some tower plating, but they're not willing to do anything here. See action.
Yeah, Rosin going in on Arch Terrorizer. He has Slash Andy is there. He's going to keep him alive for now. Sabe flashing in. Going low. Look at the arrow. Flashes over it. Theorizer alive, but doesn't matter for now. Slash Andy's gonna be the next target. Airvinity gonna try and chase him down. The stun connects onto one, and he's
Nice.
another kill coming in.
How about a Venity, like just getting good roam off there and actually finding a couple of kills for himself. He turned this entire bot lane around from what it was. He was suffering, getting pushed in constantly. Got more action here.
Oh, Sabe! Oh, Infinity almost blocks it, but not in time. And he's down. He might be the next target. Hey, it's very big off, but it's not going to matter. He is going to go down, or will he? He should, right? Yes, he will. They finally go down. Travis has double buffs. He's going to try and do anything he can, tracing onto Rosin with the red buff burn down. But in the end, Rosin's able to trade back as well.
Yeah, this last like 2 minutes here for Risen Mean Dream Team lost quite a bit of lead that they could have accrued due to the fact that just like this. Oh, we got more action here.
Yeah, Reese's Pieces just gets caught out of position there once again, and yeah, it's been a rough game so far.
Yeah, it's up and down across the entire board. You know, the Ashe roaming around with the rest of her teammates, able to put out damage with all the CC they have, is ideal. Again, this four-man is built for being a four-man, not for being individuals. And when they get caught out in these individual scenarios, like these 2v2s, 1v1s, those kinds of things, they're losing. But in these longer like fights where there's 3-4 people joining at any given time, the win is still going the way of SSG. So, you know, get some gold on your Ashe. You now have some gold on your Lissandra. You have a little bit more to work with now in terms of these skirmishes. Start fighting for some neutral objectives.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about that item advantage for the Caitlyn. Now it's actually in favor of the Ashe. 3 kills. Hold on, Rosin's gonna go and he's gonna get through. The arrow coming in.
Again.
Nice cleanse to keep him alive, but it's not gonna matter. In the end, Rosin gonna secure himself another kill. 4-manning down that middle lane. They're gonna do like 2 plates.
Yeah, that's 2 arrows now that he's hit basically dead on to Arc Terrorizer. The first one he had to flash away from, this one he had to cleanse away from. Not sure if Rosin stacked his ultimate at the same time. It kind of looked like they did, but still confirming that kill, getting a couple plates, but giving up this bot lane tower right now.
Losing a few plates there, but Travis actually takes a tower shot and a few auto attacks from Airvinity on the backside of that one. Trading what he can back. Sabe might engage on by Vay here. Nope, just gonna play it nice and slow. Oh, he might look for a kill. The arrow's not available. You've got Rosin coming in. He might look to go. Not going to be there. Sabe fighting with Vay on the other side of the map for these Raptors. Not going to be able to get them himself because that is a one big Olaf.
Yeah, Sabe is pretty drastically behind right now. He has no kills to his name, and he's down 22 farm to an Olaf who has 3 kills. This is a very bad place for him to be.
And look at that damage coming out here. Avinity knows he is trying to push it, but hold on a second. There is the Tempered Fates here as well, and
nice
that
job.
is going to be another kill for Archterror. Sorry, his first kill for Archterror.
Yeah, really good roam by him, able to find the way down. Bard also landing a pretty good Tempered Fate. Can't really do much if you're the Ashe. She has low mobility, so without Flash, you're in danger of being hit by a Tempered Fate in basically any portion of the game. So really have to be wary of that fact. They're going to lose bottom tower most likely here for that as well.
We're going to have Gordon teleport back up to the top side, try and hold on to his tower, not losing any plates back in. Man, look at the trading back and forth here. Daddy Soul just wants to farm, but he's not able to. Because Gordon's just been a big boy this game.
Yeah, Borden has been playing this matchup just about as well as you can if you are the Scion. You can bully out the Nasus early, try to prevent him from stacking. Again, if Nasus gets to Trinity Force about at the even time that you get your first armor item or two, it's kind of difficult. You do see Rip Carol being dropped here.
Yep, dropping that Rip Harrow, but on the other side, they have secured this dragon. And we'll be moving it up. That will be a cloud.
Yeah, certainly a good dragon to have if you are just about any team. This one especially makes a lot of use of it. The Olaf loves it, the Talia loves it, even the Bard does love to use a Cloud Drake with their passive movement speed increase, so good for them. And they didn't really lose much on the top side. I think they lost 2 plates in exchange for that, so that's certainly a worthwhile trade.
Yeah, not even 2 plates. It was just 1 plate. All the gold heading over to Daddy Soul. He might be the next one cut out. Tempered Fate is available. Do you want to look for... But Bay is not there. Just poking him down, slash Andy, on that Bard, roaming around, smacking some fools, and that's what he does.
Yeah. Taking the bot tower and then having the range on Caitlyn does allow him that ability to move around the map like I tested to just a little while ago. Yeah, that's really...
Yeah, I mean, you look at the CS leads as well. 104 to 73 in the ADC. On Daddy's might go. Reese's PC's up there to help defend as well, but he's so low. He has a man as ulti. He's just going to back off, look for a back, and probably teleport back. Demolish proc there for Gordon as well. Going to pick themselves up another plate. They maybe look for a dive here. You have Day coming around. He's on the backside.
Yeah, and this is the support. I mean, there's very, very little stats on this guy right now, so he could very easily be caught out.
Here it goes. The stun doesn't connect. Reese's Piece is trying to turn around. He actually holds. Sabe flashing in. He's going to connect onto the Tulia. The cleanse is there. Pushing him back. He might be able to turn this around. Look at Sabe. The ultimate coming through. Arch Terrorizer turning around a 1v2 in the middle lane. Picking himself up a kill. Defending his tower. Up in the top side, though, we still got more brawling going on. Daddy Soul going to get locked up. Nothing going to come out of it, but my goodness, that fight in the middle lane.
Yeah, really, really well played by Art Terrorizer there. Again, the flash has to be burnt, the cleanse has to be burnt, but it's absolutely worth it to absorb this pressure. Like, SSG's getting out-rotated right now, so when they have ganks like that in the mid lane, they need to pan out well. Otherwise, you're going to just keep losing things left and right, and that's what's happening. And then also couple that with Arch Terrorizer not even, not going down, not losing any form, and also getting a kill on the back is just terrible news for them. They have to play with a little bit more restriction in how they're choosing their fights, and they need to play with a little more respect for the roam.
Oh, Rosin.
Right.
Yeah, Rosin almost going down there.
Yeah, I thought maybe there was a visual glitch and he just like disappeared, and I realized he threw his E backwards. I didn't see him on the map.
Throwing that ice call backwards, taking himself back to base and back to safety, but that allows for the side here of the side of RMT Eclipse to just continue to build their lead in terms of CS.
They're doing a good job of that as well. Like, I think a lot of this is due in part to the fact that Vey is dramatically ahead of Sabe right now. Sabe is just kind of suffering. 61 farm, I think level 7 maybe, just kind of getting destroyed in this matchup. Not able to get much pressure anywhere on the map right now. Daddy Soul kind of suffered. He took that early gank, just hasn't been able to trade very well with Sion. So, some of these, the identity of their composition is just kind of falling right now.
And Borden still going hard onto these trades. He might look for the... Daddy Soul going to try and walk out. Reese's flashing over to the other side here. There's the tempered flash over from Vey as well. Reese's PCs, your death warrant has been signed and executed. You have fallen down. Borden going to be the next one. Or will he? Will it be Daddy Soul? Indeed, it will be the unstoppable onslaught following it up. And Daddy Soul gets taken out by Borden.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll start with the Karma kill. The Karma kill was actually a little weird because they used 3 ultimates to confirm the kill, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just quite a few ultimates for that.
Oh, Andy, you have messed up, and Infinity picked up the kill. He's turning on Travis. Travis, it might be the next one to fall. Fake, looking for the Axe. He's taking his own portal out. Double kill for the Ashe so far, and Arch Terrorizer is trying to defend Vey. He's able to escape, and they're able to trade right back onto the Caitlyn. Invinity's getting a little big. He's 5-2 and 3.
Yeah. It was actually a pretty solid bait. The ultimate it went on to slash Brady, and he just got kind of caught up. So Caitlyn went up to try to kind of zone off the rest of the team. But this Ashe is absolutely stronger with the Blade of the Rune King build that she has right now. So just runs down the Caitlyn and burns her flash in the process. So great job there on that in response to the Nasus going down top lane.
Yeah, and while it's kind of known that, the Caitlyn's gonna scale good into late game, you still can't forget about Ashe. She actually scales a lot better than a lot of people think she does going into that late game. You have the Blade of the Rune King, you opt for kind of a Runes, maybe a Black Cleaver, just kind of shred that Sion a little bit, and you can win fights pretty hard. And look at the 2-level advantage in the top lane for the Sion.
Yeah, he's on another level right now. This guy, he's playing very, very well into an asset. And look at the build also. I mean, hasn't even completed the Trinity Force yet because he opted for a Glacial Shroud, in place of finishing his item, which is a weird decision since a fair amount of the damage that's coming out from the Sion is magic. But nonetheless, as you were saying, you're talking about Ashe scaling into the later stages of the game. I think the big thing that people think about is like her lack of mobility makes it difficult to not only escape from dangerous threats, but also to put out damage if you're not already autoing and slowing down other members. But certainly if she is in range and can put out, get those autos off, she's going to do tons of damage, very, very close to, or very akin to some of these high scale ones.
Yeah, and it's all about that positioning, the team fights as well, and especially the use of your The Enchanted Crystal Arrow is up around every 70 seconds at max rank, and that's a little bit lower than a QSS. So using it, blowing the ADC's QSS, then trying to get it in around that 20-second window can be crucial as you go into later points of the game. Tracking that QSS window is so important. I believe we saw it in an LCK game. Not recently, but it was a little bit a year ago with Worlds, and we've seen it work. Daddy Soul going to be the next target here as Vey has arrived. The Unstoppable is going to be there. Daddy Soul, you've got nowhere to go, and Vey securing himself his 4th kill.
Yeah, does get that top tower, does finally finish his Trinity Force. He might be too low.
Oh, there's the arrow. Here, there's another follow-up. Zebe is going in, and Benedict picks up that kill, trying to finish this tower to keep his teammate alive, but said here as well. No extra follow-up from anyone just yet, as the fight is still slowly trickling on out. Vey does not have the ultimate to re-engage, and it's going to trickle out.
Yeah, Rosin, he had the claw coming in, and I thought maybe he could have followed that E and then used, the W, the Q, some sort of damage to that, and then ulted himself to stop the tower damage, and then the Ashe ult hits, the Sejuani ult hits, and they get that kill, before anybody has to dive under tower and potentially lose their life. So, maybe could have been played a little better. Still, mid-tower and a kill traded for just the 1 kill. I think if you're down 5,500 gold at this point in the game, you're going to take that trade.
And especially when you're treating onto an AD carry for a jungler, especially a jungler that is a tank and other, and you're taking out the Caitlyn, you're denying a lot of reset potential. But on the other side of things, you messed up your back timing, and that allows for them to come back and take another mid lane tower.
Yeah. There's a fair amount of risk associated with any sort of play. Again, taking that mid lane tower and then immediately backing off cost them a trade in mid lane tower. So that went from a tower and a kill for a kill to a tower and a kill for a tower and a kill. So it was just an even trade across the board right there. And again, this is the losing team. The Ashe is doing very, very well, has about 600 gold lead over her lane opponent, but that's not going to help anybody come these team fights unless she has a perfect front line. Lissandra, Sejuani have to play flawlessly in these fights to make sure Ashe can take advantage of the damage he has right now.
Yeah, it's also riding a lot on the back of the Lissandra here. There's so much potential for her to get big CC and team fights, become just a big crowd control bot. That's kind of what the Lissandra is in general. But it's so crucial for a big ultimate, a big Frozen Tomb, the huge claws from a flank or something like that, because you have to teleport, so you can definitely use it to your advantage.
Yeah, if he gets creative with some of these ganking rounds, he can certainly put his position or his team in a very positive position. I do say again another kind of falter on their team is the 0-3 Nasus right now. This was kind of their win condition, playing the 4-1 style and having him in a side lane, and now he at least for the next 10 minutes is probably not even going to be able to respond to the push of a Scion, let alone out push one. So it just gets to a complicated state of, how long can they, wait before the, Risen meme team Eclipse is able to actually, just take objectives like Baron or something and win the game off.
Yeah, and he's on 342 stacks right now. Not enough, not as much as you want to be dueling this Scion, because he's really big right now. He's got the Sunfire, he's got the Spirit Visage, and, Daddy Soul is down 2 levels as well. He's trading well right now, but is it good enough? And almost connecting for that Enchanted Crystal Arrow of Vanity. But nice dodge there from Travis to keep himself alive.
Yeah. Oh, he's in a very risky Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, he walks into a trap. There's perfect. Look at the fading. Vanity's gonna be the next one to go down. The tower is there, but he's away, keeping himself alive. Vey and Travis are going to try and reset towards this Baron. Most likely, you have Rosin on this backside, maybe looking for a fall, maybe looking for a re-engage slowly, but it looks like this side of the Screaming Sun Gaming is going to back off. That's going to allow RMT Eclipse to start the Baron.
You do want to, kind of try to keep control of your jungle so you can have wards going to the Baron so you don't have to walk through vision to get there, but certainly very aggressive positioning by Reese's Pieces just cost him his life right there, and that was a real shame. See what happens.
They want to get careful. You have Sabe on the backside. That's jungle v jungle smite battle. It's down to 1k. Rosin goes. Oh, insecure. He's looking for kills, but he's not able to get anything. Sabe on the backside. He's looking to clean up. He's looking to trade, but he's not able to get anything yet. Come on, catches Scion, or Nasus rather, on the side. Daddy Soul tries to flash in. He hits Vey, but that's only going to be one. It's going to be traded back. Irvinity completely dipped. No help for you. Look at Talia Wall coming in. Archers are just messing around with their backs and going to push down this mid lane.
Yeah, a really good setup there by Risen and Meme Team. they had perfect, kind of control of the Baron pit, and Rosin tries to be a hero, go in, and if he would have been followed by this at 20 as possible, that could have been a 50-50 smite. But yeah, I don't think that Sabe was able to get over the peak in time. We're going to take a quick look back at exactly what happened here. So again, watch, this is, Sabe and Rosin are looking to try to contest here, but they have vision of them in this brush. So Rosin just kind of commits. No, yeah, it doesn't look for it. It's the second one that does. So Sion's trying to stall these guys out. Here's Rosin, tries to get over the pit, flashes over, then tries to kill Vey before the smite can come down, but Vey gets it right before that happens. The ensuing fight, Ashe has, one frontliner. Here's her second frontliner, but she just can't put out enough damage at this stage in the game. So, they get the one trade kill from the Nasus being able to kill somebody, but that's just about it. And that's a bad situation if you're on the side of SSG.
Yeah, and here's the most hated part of the game of playing against a Caitlyn. It's her hitting that 2.5 items power spike, and she's got Travis as well. But here we go, Tempered Fate. Travis actually flashes in, trying connecting. Slash Andy goes down. It's traded back onto Lissandra already, but Vey's going to take a lot of damage. He goes low, he goes down. Travis might be the next one. He will be. Another kill going back, and Heroizer is godlike, but it doesn't matter because Air Affinity is holding on for dear life. This Ashe does not want to go quietly into that Dark Knight.
Yeah, the Tempered Fate only really caught Reese's pieces there, and yet they fully engaged on that as if they got, 5-man, and I'm not sure why they went under that tower with the Baron like that. They have a Caitlyn, you have a Bard, you have even a Talia. They're really, really great at sieging in this composition with a Baron, and they just give up 3 free kills, basically, for the most part. So, a very questionable decision there. And, Aventer, I don't know how to say his name.
I'm sure I've been saying it wrong
Ashe
the
is
entire
doing
time.
a great job of positioning in these fights to put out damage.
Yeah, and it's great, and kind of Nasus is hitting this point in the game where he's able to hold time, where he's not able to get that split push. And if you're bored in right now, you need to group with your team. You need to siege with them and give them that potential. And also, oh my goodness, hold on, Heroizer's going huge. Daddy's so gonna hit that ulti. But look at the damage.
Straight damage isn't bad.
He might be able to get it. No, he's not. Sabe might be the next target. He's looking for an escape, but no escape for the wicked. Sabe goes down as Travis secures himself this 4th kill.
Surprisingly, this Nasus with only the Trinity Force and the Frozen Heart is still putting out insane damage against basically every member or every squishy member. So if he's able to get into the right position, he might be able to kill someone on the back line. It's just keeps getting caught out and keeps being in bad positions in disadvantageous matchups. So having the struggle of trying to get towards this backline isn't his job. His job is to try to frontline for the Ashe, and that's just not great positioning right there.
Gordon's by himself for now. Nice follow-up arrow from Infinity. He's looking for the kill.
The ult up.
Going down. Will it tick? No, not nearly enough. And Gordon escapes, but does have to blow that flash and ultimate.
Again, this is this is Infinity Edge Blade of the Rune King, Runaan's Ashe. The damage is gonna come out here, and they haven't really had any great ways to get onto her yet. So doing a great job. The Ashe is doing a fantastic job of putting herself in good positions to pick off people. We saw that with Caitlyn a little bit ago. Just saw that with the Sion. The arrows have been very, very clean all game. It's just right now it's not enough to win them the game.
Not nearly enough. You kind of need to just let this Nasus scale up. Let him get to the point where he can be a menacing split push presence. But still 2 levels down. You cannot fight this guy. He is so big. Or wait, can you? He's turning it around. The stun, though, gonna come through. Daddy Soul not able to trade back, and Vey securing himself that kill, or rather slash one Andy, the Bard, gonna take it away for himself.
Yeah, okay, so I need to yell at Vey here for a second. If you are playing this Olaf and you're playing up against somebody without hard CC in a 1v1, don't pop your ultimate because you lose the base stats of armor and magic resisted against the... If that were a pure 1v1, Vey probably would have lost that in all honesty. He was lucky the Bard was able to come up and save him there, but certainly you can't make that mistake twice. This Nasus is catching some unlucky breaks, but is certainly starting to put some fight back in some of these skirmishes.
Yeah, I mean, I think the main thing you want to be considered about popping that Ragnarok right there is actually just using it to stop that attack speeds flow that also comes out from Wither. Hold on a second, Sabe is going in. There's going to be an arrow as well.
Good fun.
He's able to keep it alive for now. Fire is the unstoppable onslaught. It's going to connect on the Karma, trying to kite away, trying to stay alive. Is Infinity. He's putting down a lot of damage on the backside. Slash one Andy taking a lot. Good kite away with the Karma speed up. Nobody following up just yet as the fight slowly dissipates out.
Yeah, everybody just kind of washes their hands of that situation because it was very close for a couple of people there. but you know, still just, you know, it's you know, Risen meme team just trying to keeping themselves in control of the, you know, top quadrant of the map. Vision needs to be pushed up a little bit if you're SSG right now, because they had to back off the area. That's exactly what they're doing. They're getting some vision around this Baron area for the second contest.
And Infinity is holding on so tight with great positioning and great kite. You know, it helps so much to have Reese's Pieces on the so much potential. But hold on, he might have just hinted. No, rather, he's gonna stay alive for now. A lot of damage. Big Temper Fate gonna carry two, but it actually puts your Olaf in a bad situation. Following it up, Rosin gets two, another one. Two have to flash away. Sabe's going right back in, blocked away by Lysandra, but Sabe will be the next to go down. Baron is up in Nasser, or sorry, not Nasser. Sion is still split pushing in the bot side.
Yeah, now they can easily start with Baron. They have Caitlyn on 3 items. They have Talia. They have plenty of damage to do this with. So they're going to take Baron. They might get the inhib off the back of it. It's just really close fight that could have gone. It was really on a scale right there. It just kind of tipped in the favor of Risen meme team towards the end. Now they just get everything they want.
Yeah, taking that bottom lane inhibitor, taking the Baron. Risen meme team Eclipse is in the driver's seat of this game. Finally, 30. The gold lead most of this game, and look at, they're 15,000 gold in the lead. These fights should not even be close.
Yeah, I think that's SSG's composition just kind of rearing its head. Again, this is a very solid 4-1 composition with Lysandra, with the Sedge, with the Ashe, and the Ashe has a ridiculous amount of damage for being down, a pretty decent amount of gold too, at least in comparison to what you'd expect. So they're playing it very well. It's just they're so ridiculously down in gold and in the experience right now. Even if they play perfectly, it's just not enough.
Yeah, level disadvantages across the map, except in that bottom lane. It does have a one level advantage. But on the other side of things, your jungler is down 4 levels. You don't have the armor, you don't have the health, you don't have the sustainability in these team fights that they have, and it's really hurting. Rosin just gets hit off. My goodness, that damage comes through up a little bit too far, and you're taken out of this game for the next 40-50 seconds.
Yeah, you got Barrel and Omicron Sword Shoes on this Talia, so no magic resist on Lysandra means a very dead Lysandra when she hits a full combo like that. They're also playing very well right now. They're splitting the map between top and mid, or in the mid with the Olaf. Olaf just kind of running at people now.
Popping that Ragnarok, Unstoppable Onslaught's going to be there. They're looking for Cyber from Ashdor.
Have Eternity.
He is going to be the next one to down.
Oh, he's not down!
He's still staying alive. They rather gets the triumph kill. I have a double kill for our Charizard. He's looking for. He gets the 3rd, he gets the 4th, he gets the quadra kill, and he wants the penta, chasing down Rosin. He respawns in 5 seconds, and they want to end this game as well. Will they look for the penta is the question. Arch Terrorizer, once you see him surrounding that Nexus, he jumps in, we'll be able to, goes golden. And in the end, this game finally taken out. 32 minutes and 15 seconds. It's going to be the Risen meme team Eclipse that pick up game number 1.
Yeah, that last fight was played very well. Again, front to back, very heavily, you know, favored SSG in that last thing. In that last one, they were able to split it, so the Ashe got caught out behind, you know, basically the entire team. And they, once she was dead, team fight was over right then and there. Game was won on their part.
And a quick ending to a long game, 30 minutes, but we'll be back just shortly with game number 2 between the Screaming Sun Gaming and Risen meme team Eclipse.
Kind of try to keep control of your jungle so you can have wards going to the Baron so you don't have to walk through vision to get there, but certainly very aggressive positioning by Reese's Pieces just cost him his life right there, and that was a real shame. See what happens.
I mean, they want to be careful. You have Sabe on the backside. That's jungle v jungle smite battle. It's down to 1k. Rosin goes, oh, he's secure. He's looking for kills, but he's not able to get anything. Sabe on the backside. He's looking to clean up. He's looking to trade, but he's not able to get anything yet. Catches Sion, or Nasus rather, on the side. Daddy Soul tries to flash in. He hits Vey, but that's only going to be 1. It's going to be traded back. Positioning a great kite. You know, it helps so much to have Reese's Pieces on the so much potential. But hold on, he might have just hinted. No, rather, he's going to stay alive for now. A lot of damage. Big Temper Fate going to carry 2, but it actually puts your Olaf in a bad situation. Following it up, Rosin gets 2, another one. 2 have to flash away. Sabe's going right back in, blocked away by Lysandra, but Sabe will be the next to go down. Baron is up in the next 40-50 seconds.
Yeah, you got Varelanomicon Sword Shoes on this Talia, so no magic resist on Lissandra means a very dead Lissandra when she hits a full combo like that. They're also playing very, very well right now. They're splitting the map between top and mid, or in the mid with the Olaf. Olaf just kind of running at people now.
Popping that Ragnarok, unstoppable onslaught's gonna be there. They're looking Cyber Astro.
Have Eternity.
He is gonna be the next one to down.
Oh, he's not down.
He's still staying alive. They rather gets the triumph kill. I have a double kill for Archer. He's looking for. He gets the third. He gets the fourth. He gets the quadra kill, and he wants the penta, chasing down Raz, and he.
Show me all your innocence. I'm holding up for one last time. We seem so much better than I just left for far too long. I couldn't hold you close. I couldn't let you go. Was hot as hell back home, but when you go, it's frozen down to 40 below. much better than I just left for far too long. I couldn't hold you close, I couldn't let you go. Was hot as hell back home. But when you know it's frozen down to 40 below.
I turned off the lights, I got off the wires. When I close my eyes, disconnected and tired. I see you, I see you, yeah. And I know you keep asking me, flames and fire. I know you are done with me, it's just fired. It's just fired. I was wrong, but I made it right. You came begging day and night. I don't wanna hit the bottom, don't go out of your state of mind. I've been counting 1 to 10. I'll be back when you begin. With my music together again. I see, yeah, I see you go down. Yeah, I see you go down. I see, yeah, I see you go down. Yeah, I see you go down. And I know you keep asking me, flames and fire. I know you are done with me, it's just fired. I see you go down, yeah, I see you go down. I see you go down, yeah, I see you just fired. Shots fired. I'm just enough to make you smile, and you need me to hold you close, and all your fears that you dream of, well, they
just look on, and I'll look down, and all your fears around the ground. Then you said, all I ever wanted was to love like this. All I ever needed was to feel like something more than a closed door flat on the floor. I can offer so much more. All I ever wanted was to feel at ease. All I ever needed was to get up off my feet. 'Cause I believe in love. Hold on just a little. We'll meet right here in the middle ground is where we'll stand. Let go of the brittle, 'cause you'll find life is a riddle that we're not meant to understand.
Sun is out here overseas. Dark emotions ever torn so deep. Falling down through the clouds. I'm feeling you. Stay away from me. You
acting so desperately. It has happened before. Ever since I was wrong, I just couldn't let go. I wanted you so, thought I'd figure it out to keep you out of my mind. I wanna be free, 'cause you're all that I see in a whole other world. I could have more control. You tell me can't hide from me, acting so desperately. It has happened before. Ever since I was wrong, I just couldn't let go. I wanted you so, thought I'd figure it out to keep you out of my mind. I wanna be free, 'cause you're all that I see in a whole other world. I could have more control. You tell me people tell me
Let's get it. Yeah. Suck it up, life's tough, we know that. Someone's got better stuff and can throw cash. Tell them I don't give a fuck, make my own path. I don't need no handouts, I'm my own man. Gotta get it, I'll get it in fast, yeah. Got a girl and she'll get it, she bad, yeah. Man, I only get down with the best, I'ma leave the complaints with the rest, I won't ever stop now, I'ma get it now. Have my head face down in the fucking ground. Rock bottom I found, but I'm back now. Bitch, better back down or you'll fucking drown. I don't wanna hear it now, this is my town. I'ma be the one found at the top now. Screaming out so loud to the whole crowd. Did I make you proud? Give a fuck now.
Alright, no, I need you here, and I just might lie wide awake in fear and let time pass by. No, I can't see clear, think I'm lost inside, and the end is near. It's just not fair. It's just not fair.
Welcome on back, ladies and gentlemen. My name with me is the Rebel Fox, and we have the Screaming Sun Gaming versus the RMT Eclipse. Currently 1-0 advantage for RMT Eclipse as we do get into this next pick and ban phase. What do you think that the Screaming Sun Gaming need to switch up a little bit to win this next game?
Is the Screaming Sun, I think, did a couple of things right. They had a couple of solid interactions, but as a whole team, they just got out-rotated pretty constantly. I think a lot of that came down to the jungle. So I'd like to see Sabe have something with a little more agency in the early stages of the game to kind of help his team dictate the pace of their lanes. Also, they had some good lanes. They had some solid places where they could have some advantage or at least develop some advantage, but they had no clear-cut winning lane to go to for Sabe. So that's also something I'd like to see is, give him a winning lane to kind of take advantage of if the opportunity arises.
Yeah, most definitely. And also, maybe adjusting that pick can be pretty big. We saw the Sejuani, and, you had Vey on the Olaf, and he was just able to out contest him on every single camp, and he was in the positions he needed to be when it was needed. And getting those ganks off early was a big part. We have to see what this first pick will be from the Screaming Sun Gaming, and that looks like it's going to be Galio.
All right, yeah, Galio has been shifted more towards the supportive role, so that's where I would expect him to be. It's a very aggressive bot lane pick, so if they want to go double aggression, something like, you can go Lucian Draven, but you could also go something like Caitlyn or Sivir if you really want, because all of those have got kind of, pushing power and the ability to kind of engage after a Galio. So they're already putting down some groundwork for that. All right, and Thresh.
Yeah. Looks like we're going to have a Thresh pick here as well. That's actually a very good Galio. Something we have seen a lot recently actually is that Thresh into Galio, and it's very, very good. You're able to use a Flay to knock him out of the E, flay him away from that taunt as well, and just throw your Lantern out to your AD carry and get him out of that taunt. So that's a pretty good pick into the Galio for /1 Andy.
Ooh. Got a Vayne come out too.
Oh yeah, that Vayne pick there as well. I really like this. They're kind of looking for more of a scaling, but a similarly safe team comp. Maybe getting Travis away from that long range into the Vayne instead. Looking for a little bit more carry potential.
Yeah, they can kind of sit on bot lane. With the Galio already taken, they know the aggression is coming. So their options are they can try to take it to a 50-50. Or they can, sit on something that could potentially scale up. And Caitlyn wasn't banned out in this one, but certainly could have been the pickup here. But with the Galio, they opt for the Sivir instead. So, Sivir Galio should have some, pretty decent pushing power and some pretty decent aggression against Vayne and Thresh.
Yeah, and while they have that pushing power, it's kind of interesting. Something that's a pick Vayne is actually very good into. You're able to shut out, you're not able to use that spell shield on anything really from AD carry other than the condemn. And most of the time, that's very challenging to spell shield. But we also have the Scion, which allows for a lot of shred potential from that Vayne. She gets that Gwensu, she gets that Blade of the Ruin King, and she'll be shredding through your front line. And here as well, our Sherrize is going to lock in that Kayle. That's new Kayle. And ooh, the invincibility on top of the Vayne as well.
Yeah, they went with double auto attacking scaling champions in the Vayne and in the Kayle. And Kayle has popped up. She's seen some nerfs already because they actually think she's rather powerful. A lot of people talk meme about the not a champion till level 11, but she does have some solid pieces to her kit before that point comes out. I would like to see a more AP oriented build because I think it does help the team better. But that AD oriented build does ridiculous damage if you get to that point, and it's certainly something that can pick on a Scion in a very real way in early and later stages of the game if played properly.
Yeah, most definitely. These next two bans from each side will be some of those. So, yeah, and Zillion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those should be, I assume, mid lane bans trying to take Arch Terrorizer off his idea. Now that could also be Kayle mid, but I assume it's actually going to go top lane. That would be at least my reckon. On the opposite side, they ban out some aggressive junglers. Taking out the Olaf, taking out the Nocturne, trying to protect it, and they go Kayn. That's all right. That's why they're protecting the jungle right there.
Yeah, and there's a lot of picks coming through here from the side of RMT. It's very heavy damage composition. It's also putting a lot into the Vayne basket. You know, you're throwing all the eggs into there and hoping you come out with a little bit of a surprise. And do have to expect something a little bit more tanky from our Eclipse in the next pick. But we're seeing kind of a very general team fighting composition from G, with Sandra being there as well. Definitely expect something. In terms of jungle, maybe a Sejuani once again. It's such a heavy team fight comp.
I think I'd like to see damage a little bit more. Something AP oriented like Nidalee, maybe Elise, something like that could give their team a little more agency, especially against Vayne and Kale in this early game. Did we?
There it is.
Oh, spoiler alert! Come on.
Yeah, the Graves will be the pick here, and also Wayne for the counter in the middle lane. So it's going to be kind of an even matchup either way. Especially in this middle lane, it's going to be kind of farm. You have a lot of sustain in both of these in terms of mana and health with Swain as well, and he's able to pull some people back on in. But it's great gank setup for both of these junglers. It's kind of the biggest thing out of these two, is that gank setup for the Graves and for the Kayn in the middle lane.
Yeah, really interesting. And the one thing is, like, Swain is one of these scaling champions as well. So a lot of scale. You're literally talking Kale, Kayn, Swain, Vayne. Sorry, the Ains got me because I said them through because I didn't read their names, I guess. But yeah, I mean, all of them are champions that take a while to scale into the game. So we have to see, you know, what kind of pressure they can put on with this composition, or more so, I think it's even more important for SSG to show us what they can do with an earlier game team composition.
Yeah, and we do need to point out the two substitutes today for the SSG squad. It'll be CC on the side on the top, Kim Jong Carey on the Sibber this game.
Yeah, pretty interesting. You know, top lane I didn't think was you know, very, very horrible last game, but CC going on to a tank might feel more comfortable on the tanks than the opposing top laner would be. And then Kim Jong Carey is an interesting substitution because the Ashe last game was actually very, very solid. So we'll have to see. Maybe there's a different strategy they wish to employ with this Sivir pickup, and maybe that's not something that's in the wheelhouse of the other ADC. But nonetheless, we'll see how this game kicks off.
And both teams look like they're for a conventional 5-point. Just chilling in the corner, I guess. But that Thresh is not going to be looking for any bait, so we're not going to have an early death sentence coming out from either squad here as they line themselves on up. And you know, we're not going to have too much pressure here in the early game. Both these junglers probably just going to clear their side, maybe force a vertical jungle, but other than that, can't expect too much action in the early game.
Yeah, it's rather interesting. I want to see how some of these lanes interact with one another. There's some kind of cool things that we can see, specifically the Kale right now. You know, running that Kleptomancy, her passive actually scales with the number of ability level ups and not her actual physical level. So getting one of those, you know, elixirs of, I forget what they're called exactly, that give you an ability level up, get her closer to that level 11 or level 16 power spike that she can really, really take advantage of. That's a really interesting interaction you see. Got some tri-brush action here.
Yeah, Slash Andy walks on in, does have that hook, or don't know what he has actually, not throwing anything out, and Vayne gonna put some extra damage out on Reality. Nothing too consequential.
Yeah, very, very, it was weird. He actually has the death sentence. All right, good hook.
Well, stuck to throw it, but this time picking up creep instead. And we're kind of just back to farming down in the bottom lane. Not going to expect too much. Travis might go in for some early trades. He does have that D shield into the D blade of King Jump Carry, looking for a little bit of an advantage for himself. And another hook, but not going to connect.
Yeah. Both of these junglers also are, you know, they have a lot of damage, but they don't have tons of CC, and both starting in that kind of scaling jungling mode where you go red Krugs and then to your close side Scuttle Crab, get you level 3 very, very fast, and it's a very efficient jungle route in terms of how you can transition into whether you gank or go to more of a full clear style. Both of these guys might look for either, but certainly probably going to lean towards that full clear style. Since, as you mentioned, mid lane is really the best for both of them, and you know that might be a little while before either one is capable of getting a full engage on the other.
You know, with great setup comes great responsibility, and you know, we're not going to get it just yet, but Kane and Graves might run into each other here down the river. The bot lane does have priority here. Vey is level 3 to the level 2. Swain moving down as well. Lissandra coming as well. Vey is going to throw down that smite to help the heal out. Flash away from the taunt. Travis getting you down on the bottom side as well. Everything looks like it's going to get stalled out here. And up in the top side, Borden's smacking down CC.
Yeah, really, really good job there.
Vey
Just continues to contest for the... Oh, yeah,
right, he gets taunted. There's the shield on. You have no flash, Vey. You are gonna go down. What an aggressive attempt to take that scuttle.
Yeah, it was very close. And what's even weirder is like he got the scuttle, and if he had waited out, okay, we have to see if top
On Borden, you might go down. CC has the flash. He's gonna take it in. You cannot flash away from an auto attack, and he goes down.
Yep, level 2 Kale poggers, but that's kind of the expectation, is that she's going to be bullied out by the majority, if not all, champions in the early stages of the game because of how she operates. Doesn't mean she can't fight back, but certainly has to be more cautious coming into these later stages. Again, talking about that, the Kane got the scuttle, and I think if he had waited out the taunt from Galio, then used his E to get through the wall, he had a chance of getting away there, just a little bit off in terms of the timing. Little over aggression too, so SSG certainly off to a better start than last game.
Yeah, definitely, but you have the late game right now. There's a hook, it's going to connect. John Carey taking a lot of damage, but the Knight going down. Silver Bolt's not going to be there. Nice condemn in the wall, but Travis is getting chunked out. He still has the heal, but both AD carries do indeed. And Reese's PC's walking up pretty far, but going to get a little bit of extra damage down to Travis. Death sentence should be up here shortly, and Slash Andy might look for another. Still hovering around this area. Reese's PC's walking up, going to take another auto attack to the face. Archterrizer putting down some damage on Rossin, but he's got that aftershock, not too worried.
Yeah. I do really like Archterrizer on the Swain pick. I know it's something he loves to pick up. It's one of his better champions, and it's exciting.
Here's the Lantern. It's coming in. You've got Vey there as well, but he's going to get taunted on the tower. Look at the damage coming through. Another tower shot, and nothing coming out of that one other than the side. There's an Eclipse in a while.
Yeah. The one good thing is that Vey is getting some of these charges for his transformation. It's very, very crucial for Kane to get that, especially on a composition like this. The earlier you get it, the much, much better it is to fight it.
Oh, here's the Ganta flash away, but I don't think that is going to keep you alive. Sabe actually has to reload. He might be able to hide by the tower. Yeah, Sabe might be able to go down as well. Doesn't trade it back, and down to the bot lane, you go for a gank, and you're not able to get anything. A kill on the /1 Andy as well. Gets Sivir another. Hold on in the top lane. We might have more action. Nope, doesn't connect with the Q, but walking on up. CC, you are going to win this fight, Borden. You are not. Look at CC walking him down. Does not care. Knockup comes through. Still just a little bit more damage on the top side. This is a fantastic start.
Yeah, and this is the composition they've designed right now. They have Sion on the top lane. It's hard to deal with him, especially with a Kale pickup. We'll get outscaled. There's nothing much you can do. Lissandra certainly has agency in the beginning of the game. I think she has stronger wave clear, and she builds Luden's very, very first item. So it's at least a little bit more pressure that you can have in terms of that mid lane. And then Sivir Gallia, very aggressive bot lane, into a Vayne pickup. So again, the scaling is what you're looking for RMTE. But, you know, if they're losing this early game, that's exactly what SSG needs to have happen. So I want to see how they can take it and transform it into a mid game that is also very, very strong instead of just having these kind of pickoffs.
Yeah, they have these pickoffs. They've been more or less solo kills in these lanes. And, well, while that's what you want, you need to try and turn it around into a bigger lead. And that's where you get help from everyone. That's where you get help from Sabe. And he's on the Graves this time around, away from the Sejuani. Looks like he's going to try and out jungle. And that's kind of what you want, just keeping the pressure up. It's the biggest part of the game.
Yeah. And, you know, it's kind of working, kind of not. Right now, the Swain is currently up 15 minions, and the Vayne has a slight lead. Okay, that's going to be even by this lane. But still, no massive CS, deficit right now from the team that's getting abreast on. So certainly not as huge of an advantage as you can get. I think Kale just got 6, so she's going to be perfectly fine. Or she should start to have some little bits of pressure towards this top lane. Level 11 is the mark where you really want to see, because that's when she gets that range storm, though.
You do see Sabe, though, on that Graves, does solo that dragon. That is being Ocean, so that's actually really good in sustain to take away some of that poke you're going to see out of Borden, just constantly harassing that Scion. And look at the knockup coming through, taking 2 tower shots, but he does not care at all. Flash one Andy going in. There's a play. He should go down here. The flash away to keep him alive. The ultimate coming through. He's going to try and pull him right back into the tower. Travis still trading back, but not enough for a kill. Bay up in the top side, though, onto CC, and that's a lot of damage coming through. Unstoppable onslaught is available. He's on the back side of him. Knockup comes through. They gonna look for it, but there's the Umbral Trespass. CC should go down. 1 or 2 more auto attacks to finish him off. Just have to be careful about the passive. Gonna run around, gonna get the slow, but it's not gonna catch up to Vey in time. And that's a kill on the top side.
Yeah, got a ton of points there. We might see more. No, not going to take that claw. That's a smart decision there. Good aggression towards the bot lane. I think they might have messed up a little bit of the CC chain that could have come down onto Thresh, so he was able to flash out of that situation and stay perfectly fine. And then Kale and Kane doing a good job getting a kill onto the Scion. That's Kane getting a ton of those points towards that transformation is big, very much so at this point in the game.
And you hate to play against Aftershock Lissandra. You don't do any damage, and we've seen it live in action here. Rosin the second time on it tonight. Trying to get itself a win this time.
Yeah, hopefully we get to see that. But again, he's down, what is that, 25 CS, 24 CS right now? That's absolutely nutty to think that, like, he is the one that got the gank. He's the one on the Lissandra with Aftershock, and he's the one that's losing this lane, or at least losing some of the pressure in this lane to CS. Nice hook again. Taunt
connects, but the hook is there. Keeping himself alive for now. Sabe trying to look for a repeat gank, but you are way too far shoved up to look for a gank right now.
Yeah. And again, they're not actually gaining much, but you have a gank top lane.
Yeah, there's CC. He has his flash this time around, but no ulti. That's not too far. You're going to be able to flow it there, but the side of SSG going to back on.
Yeah. So just good trying to keep the Kane or the Kale.
Oh, here's a 4-man. You are not going to be able to survive. Travis, you have
Travis,
Are you going to be able to trade back a kill is the question. You're going to flash forward. That's a condemn. Pushing him to the wall. Heroic entrance is there to keep his teammate alive. Knockup connects. Travis, you have nowhere to go. Nice blind road. Travis goes down 6-1 in favor of SSG.
I gotta give him some props there for the aggression that he put out. I think if he had committed full ult roll flash backwards towards his the tier 2 tower there in the bot lane, I think he might have actually survived that situation and been perfectly fine. Instead, opts to go for the trade kill, and I gotta admit, he got way closer than I thought he was gonna get onto that Sivir. Able to get the condemn into the wall, was probably 1 auto off. I think if he had committed an auto Q auto again onto the Sivir, even with the Galio coming in, would have probably got a trade kill.
Here we go, CC back up the top side. On the wrong side, you need to stay in front. Sorry, I'm clapping. Sorry, you need to stay in front of the Scion. You know he's just going to ulti away, and they just a free ultimate in wasting Vey's time.
Yeah. Vey is kind of trying to protect this top side of the map, which I think is a decent idea. The Kale can do some things in the mid portions of the game, and the Swain is really your only mid-game powerhouse that you have to speak of whatsoever. So it's staying on this top side and trying to make sure that they can stop the bleeding there, but it is costing them in the bot lane now. Vayne died. Sivir has 2 kills. Galio has 2 kills, which is big for a tank. So it's very difficult to deal with their SSG is finding advantages where they need to in response to what's happening. We gotta gank top.
There's the gank. The ultimate is there. Gonna try and get that slide. The jungler has arrived. Sabe's gonna get the flash over. He's gonna. No, he actually misses the ultimate. He's gonna be able to block the auto attacks for the timing. Will Sabe be able to? Borden survives just barely, and Sabe goes down. And here we go. Another change in the middle. Rosin is there. He tries to take that Frozen Tomb. Will the claw be up in time? No, the Death Sentence is gonna be here. Pulling him right back on in. And Arch Terrorizer taking himself another kill. 2 more kills in favor of Risen Meme Team Eclipse, and they're trying to turn this game right back in their favor.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of it right now. We got more action in top lane.
Oh, Vey, Umbral Trespass is available. Hasn't used his W yet. There it is, the shield. He's actually baiting him in, and this might be bad here for Vey, or will it? Auto attack comes through. W is there. Gonna try and dash through that wall, but no, CC trades right on back. But in the end, it's gonna be a kill for a kill. Bit of an advantage for your wave, for your top laner.
Yeah, really interesting. Again, Vey, getting that kill, trying to do some work. He has his transformation already. He got it about 10 minutes, which is, just about where you need it to. So he can start putting some ganks around the map, and he's done a good job of it. Performing the dive onto the Scion wasn't the worst idea. I think if he had played it perfectly, he could have gotten the kill and gotten out. just makes a little bit of a mistake and loses his life on that, but certainly not the worst.
He's in tower. Oh, he actually gets the dash away. He's gonna get that taunt up. Travis is still alive though. Just gonna trash on in, trading back onto the Saber, and actually the Death Sense connects. That should be a dead Saber. Or we'll let the heal is there, so is the Ignite trying to go right back on in, but Reese's Pieces, you're not connecting with that, and Travis turning another kill right back in his favor.
Where did this come from? RMTE just across the map basically won in every lane. They won in top, they won in mid, they got a kill on just about every member, doing a great job around. That came from nowhere. They were down a few thousand gold, and they just seemed to pop off there for the last 2 minutes. So that actually puts the gold advantage in their territory. They get some tower plates across the map, and this is the late game team comp. They can't do those kinds of things.
Yeah,
shouldn't be.
Seemed like they just got right back on the saddle, decided, hey, we came to play, and we want that clean 2-0, and maybe that's what we're expecting, because you see this CS lead. Look at it in the mid lane. This is painful. 115 to 74.
Yeah, 40 CS lead. That's a ridiculous amount of CS that you have advantage. Level 10 KO here.
Warden is here, but Graves is on the way, still has his own, but this might be an aggressive gank. On the backside, the slow is going to be there. Will he be able to get the knockup? Vay's going deep. The double knockup comes through, but Lissandra's on the way.
Lissandra's on the way, yeah.
Vay still on the run. Should be able to escape. Slow doesn't connect. On the side of RMTE, gets out.
Yeah, Kane has the ultimate. They have a couple of ways to prevent that dive from happening. I'm not sure if they want to. Yeah, Kale and Kane both have ultimates that protect them, unless they want to catch him right here.
Vay might have walked up just a little bit too far, not able to get the knockup. To keep him alive for now. The E should be there. He actually gets Unbolt Trespass. Going to get a little bit of killing onto Rosin. Trying to look for a 1v3. They get one already. Rosin is looking for more. Vay's trying to Sabe. This Wayne is coming up. The double knockup coming through. Sabe will go down. Archera gets one. Look at the 1v3. It turns into a 3v3 rather, but Vay turning it around. CC should go down as well. The flash is available, but might be able to turn around. We're moving over to the bot lane now. Travis pops that ultimate. Gets it out. Oh my goodness, fights all across the map, and RMTE staying in this game and continuing to build their gold lead.
Yeah, again, the one positive about this top side of the map, they have more action here.
Little bit. Travis does get chunked out by that boomerang. He get a little bit more damage, but not nearly enough for a kill.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we want to take a look to these back. So again, the KO ultimate comes down. This is 2 seconds of invulnerability right there. Then jumps into the Lissandra. Now, Lissandra gets popped. No aftershock means she goes down to the kill very, very quickly. The sustain from Red Kane is insane here. And Swain already making his way up. Just so much time that they're able to burn with these sustain ultimates. And the Swain is also in that boat too. Then, Sion barely gets away, has to burn the flash just to survive here. But, for a team that was down a ridiculous amount of gold early, got action here.
Here in the middle lane, Archerizer going in. He's
got
what he needs. And look at the damage out of this guy. He blows him up. Down in the bot lane now. Borden TP's in. Reese's Pieces does get slowed on up, and he will be the next to fall. Archerizer looking for Rosin. Rosin, I don't think you're going to be able to survive. Trying to take it away, but not able to connect. Root doesn't connect either. Looking deep. Might be able to connect. Frozen Tomb is there. They full health. There's not too much you can do. Takes 2 shower shots, but it does not matter. And look at the side of RMTE building the gold lead one after another, picking up kill after kill, and this is great for them.
Yeah, you want to talk about snowball. This is an avalanche right now. It seemed like out of nowhere, it was one kill just turned into kill after skirmish for a late game scaling composition. Kale is now finally on level 11. The transformation came through for Kane. Vayne has the Rage Blade. As soon as she's on the second item, she's going to be a terror to deal with. And I don't know how this team did it, but they turned this game completely on its head.
With great ganks, with great ganks and great ultimate usage, and you can kind of see that Kale start to slowly scale up. The Sion not able to do too much, and Vay on this jungler, on a kind of a power fire jungler. You have Sabe trying to swap it up, and oh no, you're just spawning the Rift Herald. What just happened?
My thought is either misclick or he thought that there would be a ward or something. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but he loses that Rift Herald and he loses the tower and his life there for entirely free. That's a shame to have to deal with. That's just about as bad as it can get.
That was painful. I don't know if there's really any other way to say it.
Plenty of people on Swain.
Broke entrance though, because they come down the middle. Nice flash from Archterra to get himself out. Yeah. Rosin's still maybe looking for this chase because Sion is there. There are 4 people collapsing on you. You don't have the ultimate just yet. It's almost up. World Ender is there actually. is available. CC going to be the next person to arrive. There are still 4 people surrounding him. 5 now. Do connect on that slow. Maybe looking for a turn, maybe looking to turn the ultimate. There it is, the root, and the Zanya is going to go up. Ultimate coming through as well. Maybe trading onto rods and not able to blow it up just yet. And finally taking him out. Raid boss down.
Yeah, I was really hoping to see Ultra Instinct come out right there and have him, get 1, 2, 3 kills in that fight. But, they were able to get, top lane pushed in by the Vayne. They might trade towers here. That's not an awful thing. Taking mid tower for top tower is certainly a good trade, but just not getting enough off of the kill of their, the big mid laner here. Kale able to push in bot lane as well.
They might look for another tower mid as well. Look at Bay. He's going in so deep. This is a 1v4, and he's going to get one. Rossum's
one at least.
Almost going down. He does go down eventually, but not enough to get himself out. Looking for the death sense, not going to connect. King Drop Carry does blow that spell shield though. You have Kale coming in the backside. Here she go, going into Sabe, does have that ultimate. Last cone is there, going to take her right back as well. Borden's still walking away, trying to wait for her team to show up. No one is there just yet. Borden's still on the run. Nice slow to keep himself alive. Thresh has a right, so has the Lantern. Going to escape from that one, but still with a good gold lead on your side. Slowly snowballing is exactly what you want to do.
Yeah, a little bit of disconnect there, I think, from a couple of members. The Swain was on his own basically for the first start of that fight, and then Kane went in on his own, and both of them did pretty significant damage to a couple of members, just not enough to clean up the rest of the fight. And then Kale able to get out pretty successfully. So a little bit overextension. They've been used to winning fights. Just kind of slow it down here for a second. You still have the scaling competition. Rage Blade is almost done now for your Kale. You almost have the second attack speed item for your Vayne right now. I mean, the items are coming in. They just need to be a little more patient with some of these fights here.
Yeah, I do want to stop for a second and criticize the Vayne build just a little bit.
Rapid fire cannon.
The rapid fire second item. You don't have Blade of the Ruin King yet. Yeah. Ooh, hold on, Rosin's going in. Nice ultimate. Nice. Rosin, you might have just spelled your death, and that's exactly what you did. Vayne is kiting away. King Drop Carry might be the next one. Flash Hook doesn't connect. Slash one Andy not getting that one. Spell Shield would have been there anyways from King Drop Carry. Smiting it over the wall. That's Sabe.
Yeah, they can go to... Oh, yeah, there's no riff here. I thought maybe Baron was up, but not quite 20 minutes yet somehow. Still, Kale is kind of turned this game around. We fight here.
Jay is going in. Umbral Trespass is available to purchase. Yeah, dead. Nice. Taunt there. Taunt going to keep Bay alive for the time being, and he will take that Umbral Trespass. Archeros are going in, but you have a backline. That's a double kill for him already. Looking for more. The Rage Blade has popped, and he might look for another. Not going to get it. No flash available for him, as King Drop Carry has to flash away. Archeros are friendly popping that World Ender, but look at the mid lane board and slapping away at that tower.
They have plenty of attack speed. They have, a couple of people down here. It wouldn't shock me to see them go for this exactly 20-minute Baron. I think they could certainly do it. Kane and Swain both have plenty of sustain. God, these ends are killing me right now. But they have Kale and they have Vayne for plenty of damage as well. So it seems like they could have done that at 20 minutes. Instead, they're kind of going to back off, take a less aggressive, get some resets, get some items. I think Rage Blade might be ready for Kale soon. So gonna wait. Yeah, just finished right there. Swain gonna look for Morellonomicon, and then he can look into Zonius. So some of these items are the breakpoints are starting to come through for a 6,000 gold lead on a scaling team.
Yeah, Static Shiv complete there as well for the Vayne.
Goodness.
Don't want to say I'm a big fan of the build, but if it works, you can't knock it. It could also be because you are so far ahead, but hey, I'm not one to judge. Baron is up on the table though. Dragon will be spawning here in a few seconds. It will be a cloud. Travis looking for a little bit of damage, but not able to get it there. Popping out that blue. Scrying Orb as well will be cleared out. As we kind of enter this vision battle around the Baron. It's kind of what you usually see around that 20-21 minute point. You slowly look for someone to pull the trigger.
Yeah, Mountain Drake's now done as well, so this...
Andy wants it. Andy might be the one caught out though, kiting it away. Travis staying alive, gonna take that lantern away. It's done. Look at the first two. It connects on the trap. He stays alive, but just barely finally. Right to the fight. It's gonna go on. It's gonna be 2 people dropping already. Looking for a third SSG. Will get taken out. That's 3 people dropping. Dalio was not there. He didn't have the rogue entrance to pop. And Sabe will be the next to fall. Oh, nice little juke. And gonna walk away. You need to be careful about starting up this Baron when Sabe's still alive. The smite is there. Still kiting away. Might actually just be looking for an execute. That's exactly what he's looking for. He goes down. Smite will not be available, and Reese's PC is going to be the final man standing to try and contest this Baron.
Yeah, they don't actually have the Veins. The percentage health damage isn't there. They could still probably do. Yeah, now Kane's using it. Oh no!
Andy goes down, but in the end, it's not going to matter too much. Just a Thresh without the Baron, and the other 4 on the side of RMTE will pick up Baron.
Yeah, it feels pretty bad. We're going to see this fight once again. So again, the start off was pretty good. They have multiple members here, did some pretty good work to start with. Sabe, look at this juke, goes over the wall right as Vey chases him too. Sabe, that's what Sabe was able to get, that good juke. And, get him the execute at minimum, not give over 1 additional kill. Still Baron and a team fight victory again here for RMTE. And this composition is just getting more and more terrifying by the second.
Terrifying indeed, and with the Vayne scaling, she's got a BF sword on top of that, down an extra 40 attack damage is crucial. Get some crits with that static shiv and scare me with your build a little bit, but you do you.
My only thought is maybe he thinks he needs additional wave clear, but I feel like Kale, Kane, and Swain have plenty of damage to actually take waves, so I don't know.
And the main question as well is, why do you need wave clear when you're this far ahead at the same point? But well, we're not gonna.
We're not here to judge, all right? We're not here to analyze. We're just here to talk about the game.
Well, I mean, you are.
Wait.
I'm just here to yell at the game.
Oh, well. Yeah. See, can we trade jobs? No, I'm just joking.
Trade jobs? Oh no, trust me. This is too hard.
Fighting.
Yelling? Anyways, back into the fight. Umbral Trespass gonna take Lysandra in, looking for a kill. Rosin might go up. There's the Frozen Tomb to keep him alive. King John Carey might be the next to go down. And rather, it's gonna be that he's gonna be able to kite away and stay alive. Taking out the Kane, that's gonna be 1 Baron down. Lassian has dropped as well, and Gordon on the other side of this map is just able to walk down. Look at it, Reese's Pieces, he's gonna go down. Or will he? Turns it around, the Zonias to keep him alive. Gordon trading back on the Sabe, he might go for the 1v2. He will get it, he takes taken down, but it does not matter. Another inhibitor in the top side for RMTE. And they are looking to end this game in such a convincing fashion. Kim John Carey, the cheer, to try and do anything. The Frozen Tomb is not available for Rosin. Unstoppable Onslaught, rather not available as well for CC. But the side of RMTE are going to walk away safe with a team fight win and a top lane inhibitor as well.
I think what's impossible to deal with for the side of SSG is that Swain is super unkillable with his massive health pool and his sustain. Red Kane specifically does a ridiculous amount of damage and sustains through just about every fight. And now Kale has Gunblade alongside that attack speed from the 2 items. So the sustain from the top 3, people on the side of RMTE is so high that fighting them in even 2v2s like you just saw against the Kale is almost impossible to do. So that's where they're struggling. They have the Executioners done exclusively on Graves and Bramblevest done on the Galio. But that's it in terms of healing reduction, and that's where I think this composition is lacking right now. I think Sivir needs to have the Executioners calling to try to pull 5v5s where they can reduce the healing to all 5 at once.
Yeah, I mean, but you have the top lane inhibitor that's gonna need to be wave cleared right now. CC, you have to send up there. He has the Unstoppable Onslaught and Teleport, so he can get to a fight quickly. But the fight might be over by the time he arrives. If they try and force a 5v4, this could spell doom in the game for the side of RMT.
Yeah, it could be very difficult. You have 2 people down here still having to respond to the KO. Level 15, going to be very close to that level 16. Once level 16, that damage spikes through.
Death's Heads connects. Rosin has to go golden to stay alive for the time being. That is actually taking tower aggro right now. I'm going to take that Frozen Tomb and keep him alive for the time being. Death's Head doesn't connect. Few ultimates blown on the other side. Fight still slowly dissipates out. We're 25 minutes, about 26 into it. And Borden's still on the spot side. He is going to be collapsed on, but the Frozen Tomb is not available. Nor either Rosin. Borden is so big. Look at the damage coming through. That's going to be a double kill for him. Gonna look for a triple on the other side of the fight. Rather, Archerizer takes another down. They take his 4th, and Borden gonna go invincible. And in 26 minutes, 15 seconds, they finish the final team fight and pick up the series very convincingly in a 2-0 fashion.
And again, the control from SSG in the beginning of the game was very, very good. It was almost immaculate to see them actually confirm so many successful ganks and successful team or little skirmishes for the early game team composition. And then it felt like once Kane had that transformation and had some of that CC to bring to the lanes, everything just completely fell apart. This is a Kale and a Vayne and so much scaling that just somehow got a ton of gold in its back pocket out of nowhere. So really, really performed by Risen Meme Team Eclipse.
Yeah, fantastic game from them. It kind of just felt like they fell apart at the end there, and fell apart. You lost the game and you lost the series. But in the end, RMTE going to pick up that victory, and I believe that'll push them to 3-1.
3-0.
3-0 rather. 3-0.
Yeah.
So congratulations to them. Still playing undefeated, and yeah.
Yeah, this is a team that I think is currently sitting towards the front of the pack and might be the team to kind of look at as that #1 team. They're undefeated in game score and in match score, so very difficult to see. Again, 2 completely separate games. Game 1 was insanely dominant. This one kind of went out to a loss early and then took over from there. So showing at least a little bit of difference in styles as well as in ability to adapt to how a game is going. So this is kind of a team to watch. At least from my perspective, this is the team to watch coming into the later weeks.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, thank you guys for tuning on in. My name was Justin Catch Fairchild. I had a rub. Thank you for tuning into the Everlife Gaming Network for our showing of the week 3 of the dominant Rampage League. We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, Kane has the ultimate. They have a couple of ways to prevent that dive from happening. I'm not sure if they want to. Yeah, Kale and Kane both have ultimates that protect them, unless they want to catch him right here.
They might have walked up just a little bit too far, not able to get the knockup to keep him alive for now. The E should be there. He actually gets Umbral Trespass. Going to get a little bit of healing onto Rosin, trying to look for a 1v3. They get one already. Rosin is looking for more. He's trying to Sabe. This Wayne is coming up. The double knockup coming through. Sabe will go down. Archira gets one. Look at the 1v3. It turns into a 3v3 rather, but they turning it around. CC should go down as well. 21-minute points. Just slowly look for someone to pull the trigger.
Yeah, Mountain Drake's now done as well. So this
Andy wants it. Andy might be the one caught out though, cutting it away. Travis staying alive, gonna take that lantern away. It's done. Look at the first 2. It connects on the trap. He stays alive, but just barely finally. Right to the fight. It's gonna go on. It's gonna be 2 people dropping already. Looking for a 3rd SSG. Will get taken out. That's 3 people dropping. Dalio was not there. He didn't have the rogue entrance to pop. And Sabe will be the next to fall. Death Sentence doesn't connect. Few ultimates blown on the other side. The fight still slowly dissipates out. We're 25 minutes, about 26 into it. And Borden's still on the spot side. He is going to be collapsed on, but the Frozen Tomb is not available. Nor either Rosin. Borden is so big. Look at the damage coming through. That's going to be a double kill for him. Gonna look for a triple on the other side of the fight. Rather, Archerizer takes another down. They take his 4th, and Borden gonna go invincible. And in 26 minutes, 15 seconds, they will finish the final team fight and pick up.
No, they never seen a force like this. 5 fingers balled up in a 1 firm fist. So if history is written by the victor, then leave blank pages with a space for my picture. Cause this is what I live for. Let's go. Coming up, I'm coming up. Feel the rush, I feel the rush. If this ain't legendary, what you call it? I said if this ain't legendary, what you call it? Feel the vibe, I feel the vibe. Extra live, I'm extra live. And I don't need improvement. Fell asleep, a man woke up superhuman. Pressure turned me into a giant. A thin line between living and dying. I'm on the edge and I might just dive in. No turning back, man, I'm ready to go. Coming with me or I'm going alone. Changes, man, I'm talking changes. On a crash course, but I ain't afraid of danger. Now let me give you what you came for.